Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And Disney is so desperate for a hit because they scrubbed out this summer with most movies except for Lilo and Stitch that they're bringing in MrBeast to promote Tron ARES, a movie most people forgot existed.
Yeah, like when the experts are talking about the movies that they think are going to do really well at the box office this fall, winter, Tron is not one of them. Not saying it won't do okay. I'm just saying that's not one of the ones that they're thinking are going to do really well. So now Disney, in total Disney style, goes out to hire one of the top YouTubers to try to promote the movie early, trying to create a demand for it with that younger audience and the male audience they've been trying to get.
Yeah, and it looks like they're trying to replicate the chicken jockey thing. We talked about that before we started. And they brought MrBeast in to promote Minecraft, and they had a stunt, the whole chicken jockey thing. So they're like, well, the Gen Z kid, you just hear the gears grinding at Disney because they said before that they wanted to chase the Gen Z male audience. What does Gen Z like? Oh, they like that MrBeast. Okay, let's give them a couple $1 million and have them come in and film a thing about Tron. Maybe we'll make some money.
Yeah, so basically the tickets went on sale yesterday, and then right after that, this promo drops where they animate him. Disney animates him as if he was in the grid, or he was one of the Tron cyclists, like people. And they do this. They have this big thing for Tron, and with the promotion, buy tickets now. So the whole point of this, I am telling you. The entire effing point of this is they're trying desperately to create a viral moment because we had Minecraft movie and we had K-pop Demon Hunters and they go viral and then they end up doing really well. So they're trying to use MrBeast to get the younger audience and the male audience to come in to see this movie because I'm betting it doesn't look too hot. The numbers aren't looking too hot.
Hey there, fellow kids.
Yes. I mean, the first thing I thought when I saw this wasn't, oh, cool, that's MrBeast. It's like, shit, Disney's desperate again. And this reminds me of Maker Studios.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Check out Geeky's, just went up again. Check out Geeky's Kickstarter for Geeky Sparkles, Glow and Ghouls, Retro Enamel Pins. Over 200 backers so far, so thank you very much for that. These are retro-style Halloween pins, and we also have a Geeky Sparkles glowing pin that we did as a stretch goal because so many people asked for it.
Yeah, so you can just buy it by itself. You don't have to buy the other pins if you don't want them, or you can just pick and choose a couple pins that you want. You don't have to buy all of them.
Yeah, you don't have to buy all the pins. But a lot of people are buying all the pins. So thank you for that.
Yay.
Just went up again. So anyway, check it out. Kickstarter, Geeky Sparkles, Glow and Ghouls. You got 5 days yet. Let's talk about this because you said about Maker Studio. So we've talked about this at length. Before we had this channel, we had another channel. And we don't have that content online anymore. But
yeah, we're not new to YouTube. People are like, you only started YouTube a couple years ago. Au contraire.
No, we started, I think it was like 2011, 2012. But we were actually part of Maker Studios with another channel, and Disney bought Maker Studios.
In 2014.
In 2014, they paid a ridiculous amount of money for it. I think it was like $600 million, $700 million. And they thought they could basically buy YouTube. And
because at the time, Maker had PewDiePie and Markiplier and different people on it. So they're like, well, we'll go buy the studio and then we'll control we'll control them. And if we own the studio, we can control the top YouTubers, and then we can control and use it to our advantage as far as a marketing tool. And it blew up in their face and bit them in the ass, thankfully.
Yeah, and so they've been trying ever since then to kind of worm their way into YouTube. Making deals with influencers, or trying to buy out networks, or trying to
even the apocalypses can be tracked back to Disney, and you know, it's ironic because Disney said that they were going to not advertise because they were worried about children being targeted. Make no mistake, it was because they wanted to lower the ad rates. And if they, come back, we'll give you what you want, to get lower ad rates, because if they cared about children being targeted, they wouldn't be hit with a fine now for targeting children for information.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because it was never about that.
And then they get mad, and they do have a lot of sway with YouTube, though, because that whole Kathleen Kennedy thing kind of led to...
Yeah, because they spend a shit ton of money.
Yeah, it led to them hiding the downvotes.
And at the time, they weren't running ads on Disney Plus, so they weren't getting advertising dollars themselves. They were advertising every place else. I don't think they do it as much now because they do it mostly on their Disney Plus. But back then, they didn't have ads. So when they were demanding the protection of KK and stuff, that was when they were paying YouTube a big, huge ad share amount.
Yeah, so they've been angling for YouTube for a while, and now that YouTube is basically trying to compete with Netflix and Disney Plus, they're gonna do what they gotta do, right? The fact that they're bringing MrBeast in now, though, I mean, granted, this movie only comes out like a month. I think it comes out. Like
October 10th.
Okay, so yeah, almost exactly a month away. Now they're starting to ramp up promotion for it. Now they're going to bring in MrBeast. And again, they're trying to build that FOMO. Like, oh my God, guys, gotta go see this movie because MrBeast. Here's the thing though, like, I don't think anybody gives a shit about this movie. I'm going to be honest.
No, I mean, I think some people do. I mean, I probably want to see it, but I love Tron. But a lot of people, a lot of these younger generation, they don't care. Like, they were little when, Tron Legacy came out. It didn't resonate with people. Like it's not like one of those legacy brands that just every generation loves. A lot of the younger generation don't give two shits about Tron or Jared Leto. And they're basically trying to let's go get MrBeast to promote it so everybody thinks they have to go see it because MrBeast is cool.
I think the Jared Leto factor, I think, is going to play into the movie not doing so well because a lot of people just aren't excited about Jared Leto. But yeah, Tron Legacy. Now I'm trying to figure out what it did. It did okay, but it didn't do gangbusters, even though they got a ride out of it. That's because the ride originated in Shanghai,
right?
And they were working on that ride as they were doing the movie, and then I guess they shelved it for a while.
And then they were trying to get Tron ARES through. So they thought that because I know for years Jared Leto was saying, "Oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming," and then Disney all of a sudden puts the ride at Magic Kingdom, so you knew then it was probably coming because they wouldn't bother if they weren't going to do more Tron.
Yeah, everything has to tie into a movie. Everything has to have brand synergy. And let's remember, guys, the original Tron, as much as it's become a cult classic, it was a box office flop.
I've always loved Tron.
But it was a huge. People didn't understand it when it came out. They're like, "What the hell is this?" Oh my
gosh! When I was a kid and they'd run it on Disney Channel or whatever, I'd watched every time it was on. I loved it.
And yeah, I did too. And that's actually how I found it was Disney Channel. And I think it was when they would do the free previews or something. Because back then you had to pay for Disney Channel. Imagine that. You had to pay for Disney channels like Disney Plus, and they would do like a free preview weekend or something. And they would run like Tron and Pete's Dragon and all this stuff. And but they were going to do a Tron ride in Tomorrowland or Epcot like way back.
Oh yeah, back in the day, yeah.
But the movie didn't do well. Now in Disneyland, when I used to go to Disneyland when I was a kid, they actually had on the People Mover, they had a Tron section. They had the projection light cycles and stuff. And so that was actually really cool. And I remember that. But yeah, they were actually going to do a Tron ride way back. And then the movie was such a flop. They just didn't bother. And then they brought Legacy out years later. And the
Tron movie without Tron.
The Tron movie without Tron.
I'm sorry. People like Legacy and you're allowed to like Legacy. I do not like Legacy. The music was great, but the visuals were cool. But it was a flippin' Tron movie without Tron. What the hell were you thinking? This is like Star Wars. We're going to kill off the leads in the first movie.
Well, so here's where I'm torn back. Because I like Tron Legacy because I saw that they were trying to build a 2-part sequel like Back to the Future 2 and 3, but they didn't go right into 3. Now the problem is there's been such a gap between Legacy and ARES that this one's like a completely different plot line, I guess, from what they started in Legacy. And I don't really give a shit because all the Tron movies now are so damn disconnected that it just doesn't.
I actually want to see it because I will go give every Tron movie a chance because I cannot overstress how much I love Tron. That being said, and 9 Inch Nails, hell yeah. So I'm like, I'll go see it. But that's me. And I can see Gen Xers and some millennials wanting to see it. People who saw Legacy and liked it and stuff. But I don't think that the younger generation's going to give two shits about Tron ARES.
They're not.
And I think Disney sees that video games are doing well. They're like, well, it's about, Tron's a video game. It was games, and that's not untrue. So now they're going to be like, let's go and get that audience who likes gaming by getting MrBeast, who plays games they like, and then we'll get him on here, and then the Utes will buy tickets, because at the end of the promo, buy tickets now. Tron, ARES, and they're trying to be like, oh, MrBeast is in it. MrBeast, I don't think, is in the movie. They just hired him to do the spot.
Yeah, and that's what's going on here. It's almost like they're trying to apply a patch to this movie. Like the movie's already done; it's in the can, and then they decided they need that Gen Z male audience, so now they're going to go get MrBeast real quick, pay him a bunch of money, presumably. Right, I can't imagine he did this for free, and try to get these, get kids to come to. Oh, guys, this is a video game movie. It's going to be a big cultural. It's like nobody gives a shit. Like the Tron movies were on sale for $5 on Vudu last month because nobody gives a shit.
Well, we bought them because we like Tron, but here's the thing: it's like, look, the movie costs what, 150 to 250 million, depending who you ask. So there's like somewhere in that range. Yeah. So at the very least, it's got to do like 300 to 400 million to break even, the very least. And I don't think it's tracking that they're obviously the numbers aren't great, or they wouldn't be bringing MrBeast in to try to bring that audience. And they keep saying they need IP that appeals to a male audience and a younger male audience. And they're clearly betting on Tron, and they're trying to tie it into video games and stuff. And so they're trying to make their own viral moment, like we had with the Chicken Jockey and Minecraft movie and stuff like that. It's when you try to make it happen, it doesn't happen. And it might, because it's MrBeast, but I think they're desperately trying to use him to basically trick these people into buying tickets. Like, oh, MrBeast is in it. Or MrBeast says it's cool, so I should go see it. And I'm not saying it's a bad marketing move. It's a smart marketing move. But I feel like, hey, they're fellow kids. And it's kind of like Disney keeps trying to own YouTube and they can't. They keep trying to own the creators and control them, and they can't.
Yeah, I just it just feels like they look. My gut is they know this is going to be a box office disaster. Mm-hmm. They've already had a couple flops this year. Yeah, we never find out until like way after the fact how much these movies actually cost. Like Little Mermaid wound up being like way more expensive, so it didn't make a profit. And I think we're going to find out down the road that Snow White was probably a hell of a lot more expensive. But Elio was a huge disaster, big money loser. Fantastic Four massively underperformed. And now they're like, well, we got left this year. Well, we have Avatar. Avatar will probably make money. Avatar will probably break $1 billion if we're being honest.
It's really big globally. So yes.
It's big globally. That's kind of like Disney's Jurassic Park, where, just you make it, overseas audiences eat it up, and it's going to make money. But that's about the only.
Zootopia 2, same thing. I think it's going to do well because it's popular overseas. It's really popular overseas. So Zootopia 2 will probably do well. And they're clinging to those ones, but you're not hearing any mention of this one because I don't think anybody expects it to do well. And they're trying everything they can, any gimmick they can get to try to get people into the theater to see it.
Yeah. And that's what this feels like. It feels like a gimmick, and like, go Jimmy, make that money, like you need more, but make it. But it's just like, it does feel like this is a result of them having these meetings about like, we need to appeal to Gen Z males. So yeah, Jared Leto's not like, nobody gives a shit about Jared Leto. People are even in the comments here on X. They're even like, of all the lead actors in the world,
right?
you pick Jared Leto.
And same with like the Masters of the Universe. It's going to be Skeletor.
That one's going to be another disaster too. I'm sorry. I don't think, people are going to go to the theater. This is a very Gen X thing, and I don't think they care. I don't think Gen X cares about Tron anymore because you've done fucked it up, and it's been a long time, and they don't like.
They got interest back, and then they messed that up too, and they wait too long, but this whole thing just screams of desperation. That's all I kept thinking when I saw this. This smacks of desperation. Disney is trying very hard to artificially create the new chicken jockey moment, to artificially create a demand, a viral demand. So they're bringing MrBeast in to make it look like, oh, you have to go because it's MrBeast. And it might work. It might, but I doubt it highly.
I don't. I mean, I could be wrong now. I'm trying to figure out what the long-term forecasts are. And here's the thing. Nobody knows. Like, they were even talking about it on Reddit, and nobody knows what Tron ARES is going to do. I actually, I saw the trailer. I didn't think the trailer looked terrible, but it's like yeah, you've waited way too long for this. It's not gonna be, my understanding is, it's not gonna be a direct sequel to Legacy, which they were setting up a sequel, and then because Legacy didn't do well enough, they just didn't make that sequel. And then
we're
that
not gonna
guy,
have Tron and Tron again, probably.
Yeah, I know, right? So they're saying opening weekend is gonna be 30 to 40 million, which for a movie this expensive is not great. It's not great. I don't know. And again, I think Jared Leto is actually going to turn people away because people are tired of seeing him and everything. It's
another case of like failing upward. I don't understand it.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's probably right because there's like zero buzz. Like people love the Tron ride, but it's a roller coaster. It looks
even then,
cool.
It's so short. You wait in line for like ever, and then the ride's like seconds, like 30 seconds. It's a really short ride. It's not worth the hours and hours. It's like a one and done type situation. And some people will love it and they'll go ride it again and again, and that's cool. But just understand you're gonna be waiting forever for 30 seconds.
And it took them 5 years.
That sounds like
6
that
years.
sounds like a euphemism. Anyway.
Yeah, right. It took him 5 or 6 years to build this coaster too. I did like the Disney XD show though. I thought that was actually the best thing to come out of it.
A lot of people said that. But it's just like, again, the audience for that is not the audience that they're trying to court now. And people just generally don't seem too thrilled about it.
No.
And are excited about it. They're not talking about it like there are other things. And they're obviously doing this to try to generate buzz. From a business standpoint, really smart for a business standpoint. But as somebody who does this and has been doing around Disney and YouTube and all this shit for years, it's clearly just a gimmick.
Yeah.
And they're trying desperately. And I think in some ways it's misleading because I think kids are going to think MrBeast is in the film, which is what they want people to think. You know, but I mean, maybe he is, but as far as I know right now, I don't believe he is.
Well, they put Matt Pat in Five Nights at Freddy's, but
that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, it might be because in the cast and listing he's not, but that doesn't mean that they won't sneak him in, you know, because otherwise they're gonna people are gonna call him out for like bait and switch. So
or be
like
they're
not
CGI.
saying he's in the film, but the fact that he's advertising the film, people are gonna kind of expect it, which is I think what they're counting on.
Yeah,
so maybe he is.
I don't know. I don't see this one doing well. I'm going to be honest. And even if it's good, I mean, the trailer looked okay, but like, it's Jared Leto. It's been how long? I just don't see it doing well.
I'll give everything a chance when it's Tron, but my expectations are not high.
No, I don't think Disney's are either, and that's why they're doing this. So there we go.
This is like the biggest gimmicky pull it out of your ass ever.
There we go. They're going to try to pull a Hail Mary pass. Maybe they'll give out some Pokemon cards or something, you know, free with tickets. Get this Gen Z.
It would be Lorcana.
Lorcana cards. Oh my God, they probably will. There you go. That's how you get Gen Z. That's how you get Gen Z to all your movies, Disney. You give them a bunch of cards. We're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.